Hello and welcome to the SOAPBOX Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and you are tuning in to episode 200. Yes, folks, 200. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And before I get started into this is officially the last episode for SOAPBOX Daily. More information on that at themadmorgan.com. Yes, themadmorgan.com. You can find out all the reasonings behind it, conditions, and also what you could do to get the show back on the road again. Check it out at themadmorgan.com. Now, before I get into today's show, before I get into all that, how's your integrity today? Are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing when no one else is watching? Only you would know, onwards and upwards. Your integrity means so much, and doing the right thing when no one else is watching will influence. Get the ball rolling, domino effect. Let's make this world a better place. Now, today's show I wrote, scripted, everything else. It kind of sums up our mission of why we started our SOAPBOX Daily series, part of the whole SOAPBOX Nation. It doesn't mean we are abandoning our mission. It doesn't mean we're not continuing on with the podcast, but obviously it takes a little more, pizzazz, a little more, entertainment value. I'm not sure what it takes, but it's a very competitive market when it comes to the podcast market now. And we'll cover that more in the final closure in tomorrow's episode, which is going to be, our roundup. But today we are going to talk about social justice and you. This is pretty much our mission statement. This is pretty much what we're summing up everything that we talk about. It's all revolving around social justice, fairness, equality in this world, making this world a better place. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the important topic and important subject of social justice. This is a topic that has been at the forefront of many conversations in recent years, particularly in the light of ongoing issues related to systemic racism, inequality, and injustice. Today, we'll be exploring what social justice means, why it is important, and what we can all do to help create a more just and equitable society that's equal for all. So what is social justice? Well, at its core, social justice is about creating a society that is fair and equitable for everyone, regardless of their race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, or socioeconomic status. It's about addressing the root causes of inequality and working to dismantle the systems that perpetuate it. This can involve a wide range of efforts, including policy changes, grassroots activism, and community organizing. Why is social justice important? Social justice is important because it helps ensure that everyone has access to the resources, opportunities, and protections that they need to thrive. When we live in a society that is unjust and unequal, certain groups of people are unfairly disadvantaged, while others are unfairly advantaged. This can create a cycle of poverty, oppression, and discrimination that is difficult to break. What can we do to promote social justice? There are many things that we can all do to promote social justice in our communities and beyond. Some examples include the following. Educate ourselves and others about the issues. By learning more about the root causes of inequality and injustice, we can better understand how to address them. Speak out against injustice, whether it's through social media, protests, or other forms of activism. Speaking out against injustice is a powerful way to bring attention to important issues. Support organizations and initiatives that are working to promote social justice. There are many organizations and initiatives that are doing important work to promote social justice, and by supporting them, we can amplify their efforts. Examine our own biases and privilege. We all have biases and privilege that can contribute to inequality, and by examining them and working to overcome them, we can become better allies and advocates for social justice. In conclusion, pretty much, there you have it. This is a brief overview of social justice and why it's important. We hope in this episode you have been inspired to learn more about this critical issue and to consider what you can do to help promote a more just and equal society or equitable society. Thanks for tuning in and listening to this, and thank you for listening to all our episodes. If you have up to this point, we appreciate it because this is messages we're trying to convey and help the world get social equality and social justice. But before we go, let's remember that social justice is not just an individual responsibility, but a collective one. We must work together to create systemic change that addresses the root causes of inequality and injustice by standing in solidarity with marginalized communities and working towards a more equitable future. We can create a world that everyone has the opportunity to thrive. It won't be an easy road, and there will be many obstacles along the way, but we must push, keep pushing forward. We must never forget that social justice is not a luxury, but a necessity, and we all have a role to play in creating a better world. If you want to take your commitment to social justice further, there are many resources and organizations available to support your efforts. You can volunteer with local community organizations, attend rallies and protests, donate to social justice causes, and even run for political office. Remember that creating a more just and equitable society is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It definitely does require sustained effort and a commitment to an ongoing education, reflection, and action. But by working together and supporting one another, we can make progress towards a better future. I really want to thank you again for tuning in for today's podcast. I hope this message was conveyed in such a light that it actually helps you think a little more about it and realize the need for this. You know, we hope to encourage you to continue on your own journey towards promoting social justice, and we look forward to bringing you more content on this important topic in the future. If not on the revival of Soapbox Daily, then another title-catching podcast that we produce or create. This has always been our mission and been my mission personally as Mad Morgan, to correct the wrongs in this world, to make the world a better place. And it's been an uphill battle. It really has been. It's almost like screaming and no one's hearing at times. And it's frustrating. But you can either sit back and not do anything, or you can actually dig your heels in and do what you can to make any efforts you can to make the world a better place. And that's why I do my podcasts. Not for fame, not for fortune, not for anything else, but other than trying to make the world a better place. Try to get the message out there. Try to get the ball rolling. Try to help you understand what the word integrity means and live it and love it, and that be your motto. You have integrity and doing the right thing when no one else is watching. And everybody's crying to have their 15 seconds or 15 minutes of fame and have a camera on them and get credit for all the kind things they do and the good things they do in this world, which is a bunch of BS in my opinion. That's not integrity. Integrity is you're doing it because it's good to be done and it has to be done. You don't need credit. You don't need a camera. You don't need, sponsors for it. No, you do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and that's what integrity is. So learn about it. Fight for social justice. We need equality in this world. There's too many rich and there's too many poor, and I think we should all just share everything we have in the world to be a better place. Less poverty, less war, less hunger. Let's get on it, folks. Let's get on it. So, I'm going to wrap this up for today because I got to work on my next project to try to make this world overall better. And that's my focus moving forward. If it's not on Soapbox Daily, then it's going to be another podcast, but I'm not going to give up the fight because I want to see human nature get it right. I want to see us to all be equal, all be fair, and all be helping each other for the prosperity of the race. And just because we're humans and we come from Earth and we want to investigate the universe and live a life of peace where we can all be creative and do wonderful things and not have to worry about the safety of leaving our house. That's what I would want in this world. And I bet you all of you do too, to a certain point. Deep down inside, think about it, what you would like to have. And I think peace, security, not have to worry where your next meal's coming from or keeping a roof over your head, not worrying about walking down the street at 3 a.m. I'm pretty sure we all would like some of that. So think about it, do your effort, get involved in the community, fight for social justice, but do it peacefully, not erratically. Don't do crime, don't break the law, do it the right way. All right, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 200 today of Soapbox Daily. Please check out themadmorgan.com for all our information on our podcasts, projects, and shows now and into the future. Please check it out. Other than that, please tune in for tomorrow, which is going to be the episode 201. It'll be the wrap up for the Soapbox Daily for the foreseeable future. And also check out our website, themadmorgan.com. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you next episode.